In today's video, we are going to inform you about what has uncovered in Israel and Palestine in the last 24 hours. Since dawn today, Israeli airstrikes have killed at least 15 Palestinians in central Gaza. Earlier yesterday, Israeli airstrikes on a UN-operated school sheltering displaced Palestinians in central Gaza have killed at least 40 people. Israel army has said Hamas fighters were stationed in the shelter. Last night was an extremely difficult night. We woke up to the sounds of rockets. People's remains were scattered inside the yard and outside. The gas canister exploded. The children died while screaming. The street was a bloodbath. My nephew was martyred. He lost his leg and arm. He was 10 years old, whose mother is in Egypt where her sister is receiving treatment. What did the mother do to deserve coming back and find her son as a martyr? Without seeing him or saying goodbye. Isn't this called suffering? In an update on the ceasefire proposal initiated by US President Joe Biden, Hamas has rejected the truce proposal demanding a permanent end to the war in Gaza and an Israeli withdrawal as conditions for a ceasefire. This position was articulated by Hamas leader Ismail, who stated that Hamas and other resistance factions would only consider an agreement that includes a comprehensive end to Israeli aggression, a complete withdrawal, and a prisoner swap. However, Egyptian and Qatari mediators have reportedly said that they expect Hamas will submit an official response to the latest ceasefire proposal as mounting pressure for a ceasefire mounts on both sides. Doctors Without Borders, a non-profit organization, has said that the Al-Aqsa hospital is a sinking ship which is overwhelmed with wounded and dead people. Months of unrelenting strikes by Israeli forces on Gaza has destroyed the Gaza's healthcare system. Till date, at least 36,654 people have been killed and 83,309 have been wounded in Israel's war on Gaza since October 7. It is also reported that the ceasefire proposal, which was developed by the US and Israel, was announced by Joe Biden without seeking prior agreement from Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. This unusual unilateral move by the US was deliberate, aiming to limit the ability of Israel or Hamas to back out of the deal, according to 3 US officials familiar with the matter. However, US State Department spokesperson have said the following.
To go along with us?
We are completely confident. It was an Israeli proposal. Obviously, it was a proposal that they developed in consultation with the United States and Qatar and Egypt, the 3 countries that have played the mediating role throughout this process, but this was ultimately an Israeli proposal. In terms of where it stands, it was submitted to Hamas on Thursday night. We have yet to hear a response. We obviously saw the statement that they put out. I think it was on Friday, but we haven't gotten a response back from them.
Reports emerging out from Palestine suggest that reconciliation talks between Palestinian factions, Hamas and Fatah, are expected to make limited progress due to deep divisions between them, although the previous meetings have highlighted Hamas's potential to retain influence in post-war Gaza. Fresh talks, which are set for mid-June in China, will be a follow-up to previous rounds of talks held in China and Russia. Despite being designated a terrorist organization by many Western nations, Hamas seeks to shape the post-war order. It proposes a new technocratic administration for the West Bank and Gaza, aiming for political unity but not necessarily participating in the new government. It proposes a new technocratic administration for the West Bank and Gaza, aiming for political unity but not necessarily participating in the new government. The US and EU oppose any Hamas role in governing Gaza post-war. Fatah, led by President Mahmoud Abbas, insists Hamas must acknowledge the Palestinian Liberation Organization and commit to its agreements, including the Oslo Accords, which Hamas opposes. While both factions view reconciliation as crucial for managing aid and reconstruction in Gaza, their fundamental disagreements on strategy and governance remain significant obstacles. As things unfold, we'll get back to you soon with further updates from the ongoing conflict in Israel and Palestine. Bureau Report, India Today Global.